welcome to the Subie Shaves View with me on a beautiful day. Hashtag Team All Blade and hashtag No Blade Left Behind. Come on in, throw me a Subie smile, and all I gotta say is squad goals. Thank you for being here, for clicking in today's video, and for joining me. Hopefully wherever you're watching from, you're drinking something cold, sitting in a comfy chair, ready for a shave. Today I'm really excited. I've got just over 48 hours of growth, and we're gonna be tackling it, knocking it down with Yaqi's brand new, just barely released, final cut, open comb, adjustable safety razor. That's right, we got the fully 1 through 6 adjustable safety razor from Grace over at Team Yaqi in their brand new, this is their more budgetary format offering, where it is a brass all the way up to this point, and then a ZMAC and coated chrome razor. I absolutely love that they're doing their more premium stainless steel offering, right? Their razor that they only offered in stainless steel before, and they're now like, a more budgetary, approachable, affordable format. Oh, I'm so excited to have this in hand today. Talk about how the razor is, how it performs. We'll show it kind of side by side some of the offerings that they already have over on Yaqi, along with some of the competitors' products. We're going to talk about how they kind of stack up side by side, at least from the shave I get today. And honestly, I'm really excited because the one on the face was close, comfortable, and the smoothness of this open comb, it's really quite something. So I'm super excited, and I'm excited to have you here for it. Thank you for joining me again. And again, huge shout out to Grace and her team for sending that our way. I'm really excited to use it. We're going to be kind of highlighting, showcasing, and spotlighting. This is Smoking Aces. You can see here, Smoking Aces. This is a collaborative artisanal soap that Yaqi has actually partnered with Master Soap Creations, MSC, right, to produce. It's actually a homage. It's a tribute to, it's their take on VIP 212 for men, which is a really, really pretty scent. I'm really liking this one. It's got like a vodka, and then they've got passion fruit. There's mint, there's ginger, black pepper, lime, leather, spices, amber, and then it's really interesting. They have a kingwood at the very back of the scent. So it's got a woody scent to it. It's got kind of a boozy note to it. It's spicy. This one is a little sweeter. If you're not a fan of sweet scents, I would say this is a little sweeter. Sweet, spicy, and the woody note at the back actually kind of rounds it out, right? It leaves it from being overly sweet, right? I really enjoy this. I think it smells to me like a younger scent, and I think it really, I think it has a lot of projection to it, right? I think if you're going out for like a night out in the club, this would actually pair really well, and I think it pulls people to you, right? It's got like a gravitational scent to it, where people are going to lean in. They want to smell this. This is nice. Really like that. Again, Master Soap Creations, I think, outdid themselves with the scent and the profile of the scent. And the lather, can I just mention this? The lather today has been nothing but just, look at this stuff. Gorgeous. Are you seeing this? And that's after the dome shave. That's after the dome lathering and after the face shave. Look how it paints. Look at this stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is phenomenal. And if you cannot find this over on Yaqi's website, right, on AliExpress, I understand it's actually kind of hard to find. You have to search for it on Google. That's the only way you're going to find it. You just go into Google, you search for their soap scents, and then you'll find it there, and it'll take you into AliExpress. That's how I've been finding them. That's how the only way I know you can find them. All right, let's get in here and let's talk about the Yaqi and this brand new offering. I absolutely love this. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's really cool to see this razor offered in, like I said, a lighter format, side by side. This is their stainless steel adjustable open comb razor against the new one. And when you look at them side by side, right, this is $140 versus their $25 on sale price right now. So substantially different. The adjustment, and I'll have this running on the side here, but the adjustment goes from 0.65 on both of them. This one goes all the way down to 1.4 as far as gap goes, and this one goes to 1.35. So this is 20 grams lighter, and it also has less as far as actually upward adjustment. But I don't want anybody to say, well, then the other one's better, because you can always overclock this. You can always go kind of above the 6 right here and get more gap if you're needing it. So for me, really what the difference is between the two of them ultimately is you have obviously a lighter razor. It's a different quality as far as material. And then I wanted to call this out. Look at the cap on this variation and look at the cap on this variation. So Yaqi actually offers a couple of their stainless steel offerings, right? And their stainless steel offering that is their flat bar you can see here, is actually also that squared cap, very much like their open comb one. So it's almost like they took their two versions of the stainless steel offering and combined them. I really like this. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating that they're offering it like this. And then what I did today is I grabbed their original, right? This is their OG. This is the final cut of old. And you can see I've actually gone in and highlighted, and I used nail polish in one of my older videos to create color on this, but it didn't originally have it, and neither did the stainless steel. And they actually have gone in and created a little like a colored indicator here, which I think helps kind of pull your eye and show you what you're shaving at, what level you're shaving at, make it a little easier on your eye as far as just like glancing at it. The other thing I've noticed is that on all of their stainless steel razors, you can see they've used the Gibbs original traditional knob here. It screws together, right? You can see it's straight, whereas this one has got that nicer, I like this, I think it's really nice looking finished knob, which is kind of cool. The razor operates exactly like the razor that it is kind of a tribute to, right? The Gibbs of old, where it's a 7-piece design. You have a tube, you have a kind of a screw mechanism on the bottom, and then you've got like a base plate that is held together with a spring that lifts the cap up as you're unscrewing this toggle, this dial here that also comes off. Really cool. We're going to start some shaving here, but it's a really cool, very interesting design. And I love the design. It's a razor design that I think is timeless, right? It's a design that I think Gibbs themselves would have appreciated going with the open comb, right? They've kind of taken their flat bar Gibbs design and gone open comb with it, which is cool because there's not been a lot of historically offered, right, razors in open comb, especially the adjust. I mean, it's really interesting. And you can see here, I have the 48 hours, it's really 50 hours of stubble, right? I got it kind of delayed today. And take a look here. It comes right off. And I kind of partially attribute the easiness and kind of the shave smoothness to this cap. This cap, for me, being flat, really improves finding the blade angle. It almost kind of feels like a modern take. Kind of feels like to me like the company has gone in and said, okay, here's how the original one went. Let's do our spin on it. And I like their spin on it. I actually think that what Grace and her team has come up with this design is really phenomenal. I think they took the best part, or one of the best parts of their flat bar offering on the stainless steel side, and have now switched it to their more affordable, more budget, like brass combo design, which I think is really cool. Oh my goodness, the skin kind of has some stretch to it because of the flat bar, or the flat cap, excuse me. You can see each swipe is just performing very easily, very smoothly. And another thing about this razor that I quite enjoy is the flow. With it being open comb, it flows and it has no clogging problems whatsoever. On my neck, I had a little bit of longer growth I wanted to clean up, right? Kind of straighten up some lines. And it just flowed so nicely, so easily. And it produces such a nice shave. And this is one of those ones, I think, if you're coming into the craft, right? Say you're a person that has never wet shaved before ever, and you want to try an adjustable razor. The Yaqi offerings, I just really want to recommend and give them a huge shout out. They're an offering that I really, really enjoy. I think that they produce a great shave, and they come at a great price, right? They're not like stretching your budget so much that if you hate the shave, right, you feel like you're out. And I feel like there's a lot of razors that get the nod when it comes to the adjustable offering, and they're just really expensive and they're hard to kind of go after. One of those ones, right, is the Rex. And I apologize, I keep looking down. The reason why is I have so many adjustable razors down here, it's very confusing. They all look very similar when you have them stacked up side by side. The Rex razor constantly gets the nod, and in my opinion, this is a stainless steel offering, right, produced in America that is very, very, very good. That has, it has a fan following for a reason, right? Very, very, very nice, hefty razor, and they offer it in two different variations, a slant and a flat bar, but they're expensive, and the blade fill on this is quite substantial unless you're going with the console, which is a slant, which also has its own skin fill. So I think the Yaqi razor kind of has its own place as like it's a mild, very, very mild, smooth, very forgiving razor that I believe has its place as like a learner offering, right? It's something that people are going to want to test and try out for like the first time. I think it has quite a good place to it. And then if you find that you like the shave, right? Say you're a person that you spent the 25 and you're like, okay, I really like that, but I'm worried that it's not going to last my lifetime. Well, then you can always step up and get their more expensive material offering, which, you know, it does is a substantial amount, $140 right now. But at the same time, it's going to also offer you that less blade fill. When we talk about the Rex, right, the first thing I think of is aggressive. It is an aggressive razor, right? It's one I do not take lightly. It's I operate very carefully and would never recommend just, you know, just going like this, just not thinking about every swipe. At least I don't. I have a hard time getting in here against my ears with that razor without really thinking about each swipe. This, no problems whatsoever. The lightness to it, the 20 grams lighter, makes it feel a little bit more nimble even. The approach on it makes it a little more nimble, a little bit more just accommodating for us head shavers. I really like this. Very, very nice shaver. Very nice shaver. Look at this shave here. Smooth, easy, absolutely zero effort. And like I can tell you this, it has enough blade fill at the maximum setting, right? This is the just overclocked on the 6 mark, so it's probably sitting very similar to the 1.4 gap. And it is very, very forgiving, and it's easy to find the blade angle. Sometimes when you have these razors that have a lot of gap, right, the adjustable ones, especially when they have it all the way maxed out gap, I find that the angle changes that you're shaving with, right, the handle angle, some of the things you have to make some slight adjustments for. With the Yaqi, I don't really find that. It's very, it goes right to that shave angle. You see this? That's the back of my neck, and it's a harder spot for me to sometimes get, especially when a razor's maxed out and has a lot of height this way. And I have no problem with this one. Very, very good shave, very close shave, very comfortable shave. I would say, if I were to kind of nitpick on the actual design of the razor, the one thing that I personally, I actually change every single time I use one of these is I go in and I switch the spring out. And I want to call that out because so much of this razor is dedicated on working with a spring, right? This mechanism, as you're twisting, right, it's going to give you an even gap. It's going to allow the razor to feel quality. And it's going to make it so that every shave is consistent, right? Because you get that dial right to where it needs to go every single time, right? If you're sitting there and it's really loose, you may have a harder time dialing it in perfectly, where I like a stiffer spring. And the Rex Ambassador spring, in my opinion, it is an upgrade. It is more money, and it is something that I like to put into the razor that I swatched out today. Right? I did switch it out. I was kind of like going back and forth in my head on just using the standard one from Grace at Yaqi because it's very good. But I do like mats a little bit better, and I have a few of them laying around, right? I have a couple extras for this exact purpose because I like the way that they shave with that upgrade. So in my opinion, if you like the shave so much that you're willing to keep the razor for, you know, the next foreseeable future, and you're looking to kind of, you know, get an upgrade, switching out the spring for me has made a huge difference as far as how this one shaves. Really, really nice, very comfortable, very close, very easygoing razor. This Final Cut Open Comb, $25 on sale. I went over to AliExpress because people were talking about what a good deal it was because it's been out for a second, and I was like, good heavens, that you don't see adjustable razors for 25 bucks ever. And this one's very, very good. It's very comfortable, it's very close, and it's a good shaver for not a lot of effort. I really enjoyed today. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is BBS. It is stupid close. It is very comfortable. I would say if you're kind of on the fence with spending the $140 for their open comb variation, right, in stainless steel, I would honestly say that the Ultima razor versus this one, versus the Final Cut, they're so similar. It's nitpicking, it's margins as far as the closeness goes. I actually really like the lightness to that razor. I think the lightness kind of side by side, that 20 grams lighter, makes a big enough difference that I would like reaching for the Final Cut open comb variation over the stainless even. It's very, very, very close, and I like the lightness. It's very smooth razor, very close razor, very elegant razor for the price and the money. Do you guys see? Look at my skin. Sparkly, shiny, soft, and that's without the splash. Man, what a good one. I needed this today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to see that Yaqi is coming out and offering, you know, some budget approachable razors, right? Some more budget friendly ones from their stainless steel series, like the Ultima series, you know? And I think if that's the case, maybe that means some of their other stainless steel offerings, right? Like the Bohemian razor tribute. Maybe we'll see those coming out more frequently as like a, you know, more, you know, ZMAC or like something more budgetarily affordable, brass, who knows? But I'm really excited because it opens up the gateways and the pathways and the future for a lot of different offerings from Grace. Absolutely awesome. Loved this today. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't, please go below, smash that sub button. I'd love to talk to you all in the comments. And until I see you guys down there, Subes out.